This is Malaysia's one of the most infamous and disturbing cases, the story of Mona Fandey. Buckle up, as this tale is not for the faint of heart. The story begins with a woman named Nur Mazna binti Ismail, better known as by her stage name Mona Fandey. Mona started singing and dancing at a very young age and was an aspiring pop singer in Malaysia. Her husband, Muhammad Noor Afandi Abdul Rahman, endorsed and funded her career, booking several TV appearances, but unfortunately, her music career never really took off. After her failing music career, Mona decided to rebrand herself as a witch doctor, also known as Bomoh in most part of Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore. Along with her husband and their assistant, Juraimi Hassan, Mona began offering her services to those seeking wealth, power, and success. In the year 1993, a high-profile client, Dato' Mazlan Idris, a state assemblyman from Pahang, offering Mona a total of 500,000 ringgit Malaysia and a total of 10 land titles in exchange to gain position in the election. In the beginning, Dato' Mazlan was quite skeptical with the ritual. However, Mona talked her way out and then convinced him that the ritual would work. Hence, Dato' Mazlan paid a massive amount of money, which is 500,000 ringgit, upfront to Mona before beginning the ritual. July 1993, Mazlan arrived at Mona's house. Mona told Dato' Mazlan to lay down on the floor and close his eyes, as flowers were placed around him. Juraimi Hassan then beheaded Dato' Mazlan with an axe, before they dismembered him into 18 parts and buried it in a storeroom in Mona's unfinished property, and then covering the dismembered body parts with cement. During that time as well, after they have murdered Dato' Mazlan, the couple were reported to have gone on a shopping spree in Kuala Lumpur, where Mona have bought a new Mercedes-Benz, a new cell phone, and new furniture such as. She also checked into Tung Shin Hospital for plastic surgery on her face, forehead, and nose. It was also during that time Juraimi was arrested for an unrelated drug consumption. Potentially still under the drugs influence, he admitted the murder crime of Dato' Mazlan Idris, and the couple were arrested on the following day after the interrogation. On 22nd July 1993, the Federal Criminal Investigation Department conducted a meticulous search operation that endeavors to unearth Mazlan's dismembered body parts. The law enforcement also discovered an altar of keris, divinity statues, and an arsenal of blades and an axe in the area as well. The trio were formally indicted for Mazlan's murder on 3rd of August in Raub Magistrate Court. Mona pleaded not guilty despite the crime being confessed by Juraimi, while facing trials at Temerloh High Court before a 7-member jury. 70 witnesses were summoned and 295 evidentiary exhibits were tendered, ultimately proving them guilty, and was sentenced to death. Throughout the trials, Mona maintained a bizarre and almost theatrical demeanor, often seen smiling and posing for the camera. In the year 2001, before Mona was finally executed, she muttered her most bone-chilling final words and was hung to death.
Aku takkan mati. Jiwaku akan hidup selamanya, walaupun selepas kematianku.